I thought I was gonna come in. Now you come in. Okay, go for it.
All right. The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun,
I didn't know what
dun-dun-dun-dun.
you.
Oh, we-yo.
Oh, yo,
Dun-dun-dun.
my jungle love. That's what it should have went. There we go. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies Nerds. We believe my host Leroy, aka Harvey Birdman, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Jungle Love.
There we go. Oh, yo. Think I want to know you. I know Jake knows that one. I know Jake knows that one. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If the money, O-B-O-B-O-B-O. Anyway, let's get back to character. We have a visitor here. Who we have here? Jake? Bad Boys. What you gonna do?
Is in the house.
Yes, we were gonna ask you about Bad Boys, Jake, because we didn't see it. We're lazy. So and also we also got to give a shout out to the AI, because we don't they'll murder us all. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually, but at least we don't want to speed up the process. Okay, so like I said, we have a meaty show. Eli. So before I ask you for it, because like I said, I made a special thumbnail for this podcast. We're gonna ask you, before we go forward, you did watch the Acolyte, right?
I did, yes.
Wow. Okay, cool. Reason I said it, because even though I know I asked you on the last episode whether or not you were gonna, well, not episode, podcast, what the fuck the podcast we were doing it, whether or not you were going to watch it now, and you said you weren't gonna boycott it. Small part of me thought he gonna boycott this shit. He never watched it. So just in case if you did, I had two shows in my mind I was gonna do. Like if he boycotted and he didn't watch it, I was gonna do a whole different show. Since you watch it, we're gonna do this show. So the other show that we were going to do, you'll never know.
Why was I going to boycott it?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the last minute you're like, man, fuck this shit. You know, I don't know.
Because there was no white people in it. Damn
no
it.
white people in it, right? So I just like, man, maybe he's just upset about the shit. Maybe just let's do something else. But since we're gonna do this show we intended, I'm not gonna do the show that I thought about doing. So you're welcome. Now in an alternate universe, the multiverse, we're doing that show, the one where you boycotted because the white people in it. So yeah. But before we get into it, let's talk about the box office numbers, because I know Jake is excited. Jake want to get right into it, because we're just gonna go right into it. Eli, give it to what was the number one movie of the week?
Was it Garfield?
Was not Garfield. It was Bad Boys. What you gonna do? It's already okay. So it did 56 million in the box office this weekend domestically, and it's already 100 million this weekend. So we're back. Movies are back, baby. Not really.
Well,
no,
job.
we're not. We're not back. Just consider this a fluke and just move on from there. That's it. Like I said, this blew away what Furiosa did and Fall Guy did and all the stuff like that. So, and I didn't check the Rotten Tomatoes numbers, anything like that, but all I know is the people that went to go see the movie, like Jake, came out the movie and they were very excited about it. You know how I know it's exciting? People are excited about this movie because people came out of the movie, they're talking about the movie, and they're already spoiling the movie, already seeing memes about the movie. So just like how y'all were doing like with Games of Thrones, y'all posted shit like I didn't know what the fuck y'all were talking about. They're doing it with Bad Boys.
Like shit. There was spoilers in Bad Boys.
There were spoilers in Bad Boys. People are really spoiling it and making memes and stuff like this. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Maybe eventually I will, but until then.
So what the fuck? Like this must have damn it. They must have some drama must have happened. Jake, what happened? Is Martin Will Smith's dad or something? I am your father.
I think he's older. So one of them is older than the other. I can't remember. Yeah. So anyway, but I didn't pay attention to it. But eventually I will get around to watching it, but I didn't. But Eli, I did call it. This movie was going to be a big hit. I did call it. And the reason I called it, I knew it was going to be a big hit, because here's the thing about movies nowadays in Hollywood. Let's do a thing before we do Acolyte. Like what's going on with movies nowadays? Like are movies, like is theaters dying? Is Hollywood dying? Stuff like that. It's not because they're making bad movies. I don't think because they're making bad movies. People still watch movies. People still like movies. The thing is, Hollywood don't know how to sell these movies. That's the problem. They can make The Fall Guy and they can make Furiosa, but they can't make people want to like it. They think just sticking Anna Taylor-Joy in a movie is going to sell it. No. Chris Hemsworth? No. And I'm sorry to say it, Ryan Gosling is not a movie star. People don't go flock to movies because Ryan Gosling is in a movie. Doesn't happen.
Well,
now,
we've said this like 5 years ago, before COVID. We said there's no more movie stars. Yeah.
There's no movie
kids
stars.
These days, celebrities are different now. In our day, you had to have talent to be a celebrity, to be famous. Nowadays, any old asshole who talks shit on TikTok can be a celebrity, can make millions of dollars.
Some 12-year-old got 1 million followers right now.
Yeah, just being a rich, talentless fuck, and that's what the kids are into. I mean, hey, whatever. Times change. We know this was coming. So yeah, I think what kids are entertained by is different now. They watch shit on their phones. You can watch a movie on your phone. Movies, and we've said this.
But they don't want to watch a movie on their phone. They want to watch that same asshole we just talked about that has no talent talk about the movie that on the phone.
They want to watch somebody.
Right. They want to watch somebody watch the movie.
Yeah.
They want to watch people play video games nowadays. These guys, that's how crazy the shit is. Will Smith come back out, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. What they think is entertaining is different now. And movies. Well, and that's the thing, back to the whole budget shit, the whole movie star is dead. Movie stars are dead. Movie actors shouldn't be making $50 million a movie.
Right.
Because what was Godzilla's budget? -1.
10 million.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
No, they thought it was 15. He was like, no, I wish it was that high. That's what the director said. So it was 10 million for that movie.
Yeah. And so that wasn't even Robert Downey Jr.'s payday or like his fee for like, and
that wasn't his fee for Spider-Man. Like when he appeared in Spider-Man.
So these over bloated budgets is basically what's kind of bringing, I think, also contributed to the death of theaters or movie theaters going out of business, over budgeting shit and then charging theaters, all these, making them rent out all these spaces, all these the viewings of them, because they got to rent out so many theaters to play these big blockbusters, and then and then people aren't going. So I mean, I don't think movies are going to go away. I think they're going to be like vinyl, where like us old fuckers
or disco.
We'll still like going. Yeah, we'll still like going to a theater, but yeah.
If we could find any, they shut down left and right.
Yeah, they are shutting down all the time. Alamo, we had an Alamo in our town here, Twin Cities, that just shut down.
Yeah.
And they were serving food and all this shit. And
Eli. So since we described the problem, like what's the problem with the movie theater, what's different about Bad Boys? What made Bad Boys do 100 million this weekend? Do you have any thoughts about that? Or
I think Will Smith has still got some draw power. I think that franchise has some draw power. Furiosa
what's funny about it?
Doesn't have that draw power. Like, only people who know Furiosa is us old Gen Xers,
right. But do you really want to see a Furiosa movie, a prequel at that? When we already know the ending of the story, and they recast with somebody else we don't know. It's not even the same Furiosa we knew. So you're trying to and that's that. But otherwise, for people that don't know Furiosa, you're trying to sell some Mad Max movie without Mad Max.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, who knows Mad Max? Nobody knows who Mad Max is unless they weren't born before 1990. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the same, emotional attachment to Mad Max movies the way, Mad Max fans are. So there isn't that draw power. But I think, Will Smith has some drawing power a little bit, or just the Bad Boys, franchise in general is still kind of fresh. But 100 million these days ain't shit, not the way that the movies are made these days. I mean, how much was the budget on Bad Boys?
Can't remember, but I mean, I think as far as like Bad Boys go, this is about what they do. Like they're not a $1 billion franchise. This is about what they've always done. So it's on par with other movies, which is what you expect. Can I put my thoughts?
It was so the budget was 100 million. So it broke
probably
even.
Probably 100 million, something like that. Yeah. They're gonna make the money back. That's not a problem. They're gonna make the money back.
Yeah.
Can I put my thoughts in what I think happened? Like why this is just the camera. Okay. What I think happened.
Dune 2 do pretty well.
Dune 2 did good. Godzilla versus Kong did good, and the Planet Ace movie, I think, is a top movie this year. Why? I don't. Yeah.
Was it? I heard
Anyway.
that bombed.
No, I think it did pretty good. Yeah, those like the top movies this year. Here's what I think happened. Okay, The Slap. We keep talking about The Slap. Now, I want to say this: if you're still bringing jokes about, oh, I heard this movie slaps, you're lame as fuck. Stop. It's 2 years past this shit, man. Let the shit go. But the thing is, I think The Slap is because technically Will Smith has been canceled, so there some people are going to the movie specifically out of support. You know, Will fans go, oh, I'm going to support him to show that Will Smith is this and that, also like that. Because I've done some research and I saw a number today that they said that 70% of the moviegoers this weekend for Bad Boys 4 was people of color. That number graphic that they've been rooting for, like black people, you know, Hispanics, and like I said, Native Americans love Will Smith all too. Am I right, Eli?
As far as I think,
you're right. Yeah,
but that's why the Fast and the Furious movies still exist, because that demographic is a moneymaker. That is a profitable demographic, you know. And I think that so the Fast and Furious crowd went to go see this,
you know? Right. So they loved the movie. They were having fun with it. They said there was packed theaters from people that were telling me that. And it's like an event. It's that event movie. So here's the thing what I've learned. Well, what Hollywood needs to learn. If they want people to come to the movies, make a movie people want to see. People were excited to see this movie. They went to see this movie. They had it. Nobody was excited to see Furiosa. Nobody was excited to see The Fall Guy. Eli, we're the only two people that even heard of that TV show.
Yeah, The Fall Guy, yeah.
Yeah. Lee Majors, all this shit like that. So you got to get people to want to come to the theaters. You make a movie that people want to come to the theaters, they'll see it. Like, remember that shit, Five Nights at Freddy's? We hated that shit, but that movie made a shitload of money, and it came out the same day as Peacock. So every time we turn around, the theaters are dead. Well, you make shit people want to see, people go see it. Deadpool and Wolverine, we all know that movie's going to be a big hit because people want to see it. Did people want to see the Marvels? No. That's why it did what it did. So I mean, they want to make it seem like it's rocket science, but it's not. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like Hollywood always tries to jump on a trend and try to milk something, and then and that's what they were doing. I mean, 10 years ago, Marvel movies was ruling. Everyone had to see a Marvel movie.
Right.
And so they kept doing that. And everyone tried to follow suit. DC, and then the Stephen King Gunslinger, and the shitty Tom Cruise mummy movies. They all tried to do a shared universe, and they all couldn't do it.
Right.
I think, and now that's run its course. Now Marvel has plateaued, or maybe even are on the decline.
Right.
And that's what it is. And then now we need something new. We're looking for that new cultural, thing that gets people going again. I mean, you could say Spider-Man, the No Way Home or whatever, or Far From Home, whichever one, the one that came out a couple years ago. That was again, it was like a big event movie. We thought, oh, MCU's back and blah, 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 blah. But no, it was just, people were just sick of being inside.
Right.
They went out, so they saw a Spider-Man movie and it was cool, and everyone loved it, and it became that event. And I think that's what they're searching. They want event movies, and they keep trying to make event movies, but they're not hitting. They're not, because they're trying to do the same old shit, So
that's probably they need to learn how to sell these movies. That's the thing. Just sell them.
Yeah. Like Godzilla. I mean, when you think about it, Godzilla didn't make it didn't make $1 billion. It wasn't like Disney money.
Right.
But it got people talking, and and I think they're gonna. I hope they might try to like mimic that, and we're seeing that with horror, like 2022. They're trying to mimic 2022, like all the horror movies that came out that year, and all they were all hits, and they all made and so now they're putting together. They're trying to make it's like the mid 2000s again, where they were remaking every horror movie. They're trying to like sell horror, and they're making shitty, crappy, homogenized, watered down horror movies now because they're trying to ride that wave.
Speaking of crappy, watered down, can we move on to the next part of podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. The thumbnail. Okay. So like I said, we watched the TV show. I just asked Eli to watch TV show. He saw the TV show. I saw the TV show. Eli, this TV show has been what let's talk about. We're talking about the Acolyte. People came here want to talk about the Acolyte. They don't talk about Bad Boys, so we're gonna talk about the Acolyte. So it was a movie that came out. Oh, not Bad Boys. It was a movie that TV show that came out this weekend. We saw it, just 2 episodes that came out there. Eli, Disney actually put out the official numbers of what they did on this show. So it did 4.8 million within 24 hours. This is the biggest premiere they've had in 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a good thing for Disney, I guess. I guess people are saying don't go woke, go broke, or whatever that bullshit they be saying. Joke's on you, I guess, but yeah, like I said, this is have you seen any chatter or
I've seen a little bit. I've seen a little, but I don't.
Okay, good on you. Good on you. I'm glad because YouTube right-wing grifters that normally do this shit, man, this is like Christmas for them. They are having a field day. They are eating so good right now. They just Brie Larson, get away from us. We don't need you anymore. We have the Acolyte. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Hold on, let me see what we got here. Keep waiting for Baby Yoda to come back and super disappointed. Why would he show up in this? I don't know. But that's kind of so basically all your preconceived notion don't have them for this show. Just go in with fresh eyes. That's kind of the whole point of this show. And Eli, honestly, but here's the thing about what I've learned about this show. We're not the show about these grifters and stuff like that, is that Disney keeps feeding them ammo to come at them. Because they've been on like press reviews and shit like that, and they've been just saying all kind of crazy shit. Because they said whatever you think about the first 2 episodes, they said the 3rd episode is where shit gets nuts. That's the thing everybody's going crazy over, which we haven't seen yet. We will see that when it comes out. But they just saying crazy stuff like R2D2 is a lesbian, and and the shit that offended me, Anakin blew up the Death Star. Like, wait, did y'all even watch?
I did hear about that.
Yeah, I'm like, did you even watch it? You know what? But I'm not getting upset because I don't think these actors need to be a walking encyclopedia of Star Wars. They just need to act. That's all, But people are gonna take stuff like that, just run with it, Isn't this like 100 years before the Phantom Menace?
Turtles?
Yes.
Or Eat Turtles?
Eat Turtles? Yes, Eat Turtles. This is 100 years before the Phantom Menace. Yes, 100. So this is no Skywalkers, none of that stuff. This is fresh. You can go in, hopefully not know anything about it. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of Easter eggs, which I will let Eli expand upon. But as far as I know, you can just go in this just fresh, just go with it. So
Baby Yoda was 60, 70 in Mando, so he's not born yet. Yeah, get him, Eat Turtles. Get Jake over there. We think Jake's just trolling.
It's just him. So that's my thing. So Eli, we're gonna take turns. I'm gonna let you go because you have been so quiet on the internet this week. I don't know
Yes, people who think I'm okay, I'm fine. Facebook sucks now.
Okay.
I can't talk shit like I used to. I keep getting I'm on my last warning. Where I will go in Facebook jail for 30 days or something. So I've been like, I'm on TikTok watching, big booty bitches and gardening. So that
okay. Well, you just living the good life over there.
I'm not on Facebook.
I was waiting for a Facebook post you to say something because anytime we go into a Star Wars topic, I need to know how to attack this. So I need to know where because I don't know where you're gonna go with this. So I need to know. You didn't say anything. So I'm gonna just let you just get it all off your chest. Say what you want, then I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. But I need to know where you coming from first.
Yes, Jake, I got canceled by Facebook many times.
we got kicked off Facebook for like 3 months.
Oh, that's right. You did something, and
I did something, and then right before the ban ended, I did something again.
Yeah, and we couldn't post our links on Facebook for like a month or something.
No, 3 months. We were gone 3 months.
Yeah, it was a while where we. Yeah, so that's why I don't engage, I don't comment, I check it a little bit, and scroll through some shit and don't give a shit about most of it, and I'm just I'm not on there as much, and that's why I haven't posted about the Acolyte, So, but yes, I did watch the Acolyte.
Okay,
And
so what do you think? First two episodes. What you think about it?
I was entertained. I thought they were fine. I thought it was cool. I liked the fight scenes. I liked the kung fu shit was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy that. I thought the story moved pretty well paced, as far as like it didn't try to, like, I can tell it's a mystery, but it's not like going down those mystery tropes, like I could tell, hey, oh, she's a twin. She's probably got a twin. Oh, and then it was real. She does have a twin. So it didn't try to like draw out some shit that you already know, like some shows do. Like, what's going on, and they drag it out for 2-3 episodes and then reveal it later. And like by that time, you don't care anymore. I thought this did a good job of just sort of revealing information as you went along. Oh, it answered questions as they came up. So yeah, I thought it was fine. I wasn't particularly blown away by it. But then again, I am cautious about Star Wars shows now. So they do start off well, and then they take detours into crap for a few episodes, and then kind of bring it all back at the end. Usually. So yeah, I'm a little reserved of like where. I hope it's good. It remains to be good, But I for the most part, yes, I did enjoy what I was watching. My only gripes is, well, they killed Trinity in the first 5 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that and even though they had her all on the poster and all her promotions, stuff like that, and bam, she's gone. So yeah.
Yeah, and then that one chick, like the evil twin sister, is like, she's not selling me as a villain. She's kind of a bumbling idiot, because she keeps going, attack me, and they're all
attack
like,
me if you
why?
dare, right?
Like everyone laughs at. Yeah, so that kept happening, like attack me, and
she's always like reaching for that lightsaber, and they just dodge out the way, and she's like stop.
Yeah, so she's not. Yeah, I don't view her as much of a threat, She doesn't just have that badass quality that I expect from a villain. And I just guess I was expecting something a little darker.
But here's the thing, Eli. What if she's not the villain?
Well, yeah, I think they're trying to like that. The sisters are going to reunite, and she's going to find the good in her again. I can see where this is going. So It's a little predictable. And maybe that's another knock, that I do think I can see where the story is going. And my only other gripe is, so far, I thought this was going to be a little bit more darker, because it was about like the birth of the Sith, or the Sith coming back.
Right.
So I thought it was going to be a bit more, I'm not going to say horror, but like just a little bit more a darker tone. This seemed very bright.
You know what vibe?
This is very bright and colorful.
You know what vibe I'm getting from the show so far? Because I'm glad you said that before I get into my review. YA, young adult, Hunger Games, Twilight.
Oh yes, CW,
Divergent, CW. It's giving me those vibes. It gives me those vibes, like it's made for that audience.
Yeah. So. I did get that too. It is a little lighthearted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about my only thing. But other than that, I was entertained. Like I said, I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Okay.
So we'll see where this goes.
All right. So, okay, I felt the same way. I thought you were gonna like rip your hair out and some shit, and like break your screen over this, because that's all I've been seeing on YouTube lately. They're saying it's the worst thing ever. All this stuff. And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's okay. It's better than what I thought it was gonna be. So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it is giving me like YA young adult vibe. It does feel like Star Wars is trying to attract that audience, which I can't really blame them for it. You can't, keep trying to sell us old fuckers on this. Get the young crowd in this, so like that. That's why pretty much all of the people in there, like teeny boppers and shit, the Gen Z or whatever. What's past Gen Z? Because I think they're past Gen Z now.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm old. I don't know. Like I said, you got Rue from Hunger Games. That's all I know her from. Rue from Hunger Games. But see, she's been in all of that YA shit. You like that? She was in Hunger Games.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know where she was from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, here's the thing, Eli. This is
because I'm old.
Right. See, this was selling me on the show. Actually, not Star Wars. It's because of the actors they have in the show. Because the actors they have in the show are actors I've seen for, like, hey, that's such and such. Hey, that's such and such. Like Trinity from the Matrix, getting me on the show.
Yeah, she's the only one I recognize. Her and then X-23 are like the only ones that I knew.
And X-23. She's playing the cheetah girl. I'm sure she has an alien name, or Chitara, whatever. I don't care. What else? Who else we got in here? Jason from The Good Place. See, that guy, the like her sidekick or whatever, like that, the evil one sidekick.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is, but that's Jason from The Good Place. So anybody has seen Good Place, I highly recommend it.
And he kicked her ass. Like, she came in and she tried to kick his ass, and he countered her and shit. I'm like, okay.
So like he knows shit, but not saying that he knows shit.
Like, how did this chick kill Trinity? Like, how did she kill a Jedi Master?
Trinity sucks just that much. That's all. That's the only thing I can think of. So yeah. But yeah, what else we got here? Like I said, Trinity died. Like, so if you go on to see Trinity thinking she's all over the poster and all over promotions like that, you're gonna be disappointed. And this guy, I don't know who this guy is, but this guy has been getting a lot of shit lately, Eli. He's reason
the guy
because
who said Anakin,
he's got, but not that. That's one reason. Other reason he's getting shit on because of his haircut. He's wearing the Killmonger. You can't. I should have got a brighter picture than that, but he's wearing the Killmonger. People saying because it's become a trope now. It's become a trope now that every black sci-fi dude is gonna have that Killmonger haircut after Killmonger showed up. Like, it's just a thing now.
Kid and Play, man. Was that Kid from Kid and Play?
No, this was Kid Play. But that's what I'm saying, because people have said over that shit now, but they've always done this. They did it back in the 90s. Everybody had the hot top fade and shit. So this is just what Hollywood does. Just get over it. It's a fad. They'll move on to something else. So people getting like real upset over this. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, it's all right. What do we got here? Good Place.
Good Place.
What? Oh,
I don't know.
Jake, you know the Good Place. That's a Good Place joke. That's a Good Place joke. Shout out to Jake.
Oh, okay. Is this a show that I'm not aware of? See, I'm old.
It's a show you're not aware of. Yeah. That he would only know that if he watched the Good Place. So yeah. But yeah, that's what we got for this. Like I said, like it's just like you said. The way the show ended at the second episode. Like, I don't know if the show is going to pick up and be great. I don't know if it's going to go to shit and suck, or it's just going to stay middle of the road where it is right now. At this point, we really can't tell.
Well, my main gripe is with the other. My main gripe was with the other Star Wars shows is they would take these detours to try and tie in to the greater lore, and that's my main thing. Is I'm tired of trying to attach itself to the Skywalker saga. That's why I'm happy that Baby Yoda or regular Yoda, who is alive during the High Republic, is not on the show. Mm-hmm. You know, people are saying, "Oh, is that Sith Lord Palpatine or whoever?" I was like, "No, I don't want to see Palpatine. I don't want to see any of that shit." I mean, there's theories that Sith guy could be Darth Plagueis or a younger Darth Plagueis or Darth Plagueis' master. You know, because that would fit the timeline, and that's fine because we haven't seen that before. But I don't want any Yoda or anything with Skywalker in this shit, you know, because then it just becomes another prequel. And that was my main gripe with Obi-Wan, is because there was no stakes involved. You know, Obi-Wan
we already know how it's going to end, right?
Yeah, you know, baby Leia was going to be fine. You knew Luke was going to be fine. You knew Owen and Beru were going to be fine. Everyone was going to be fine. You know, so there was no stakes involved in that show. So yeah, that's why I really wasn't in it. Like, except Reva was like the only thing I cared about. Like, her character is the only reason to watch that show. You know, otherwise it was just like fluff, you know, shit that I didn't care about, you know. But and that's why I like the fact that this isn't attached to the greater lore.
That we know of.
As far as the High Republic goes, I only read like the first novel and some comics. And that was like that was like phase 1. They're on phase 3 now, so a lot of shit has happened, and I'm way behind on High Republic shit. So I don't know.
Okay,
I'm not that
since
familiar.
you read those, so you read the novel. Did you catch any Easter eggs, anything like that?
Or? I did not recognize any of the characters that I was familiar with. You know, so which is another thing. I'm like, cool. I'm not I'm not trying to fill in blanks. You know what I mean? Like, just give me some new shit. You know, and that's what that's another thing I liked about this is like, okay, this is sort of a Star Wars mystery, you know, conspiracy thriller, so to speak, you know,
right.
with kung fu in it, you know, and I'm like, that's cool. Just do a genre and throw it in Star Wars, and that, you know, stick to that genre, stick to that story, you know. So that's what I'm kind of digging about it, you know. Yeah.
Well, it's enough to keep me interested for the next episode. And that's really all you can do. I'm excited. I ain't gonna say I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the next episode to kind of see where the mystery unfolds and where they're gonna go with this and
a Wookiee Jedi,
and a Wookiee Jedi. So I was so that's not a thing. I thought that was a thing in those novels.
No, there's there was a youngling, a Wookiee youngling Jedi in the Clone Wars series. So yeah, that's been around. Yeah, Wookiees anybody can be a Jedi.
Okay. Plus Wookiees are smart anyway. Like Chewbacca's a genius. So
yeah. I mean, not that I want to, but Chewbacca is like 200, 300 years old or whatever.
Right.
During the original trilogy. So in theory, he could show up.
Don't show
but
up.
I don't need
about it.
Yeah.
I
don't need
to see him in this at all.
Yeah.
Plus, he wasn't on that planet. Was it Kashyyyk? Is the name of that planet? Like
Kashyyyk?
Chewbacca's planet? Kashyyyk?
Yeah.
Something like that. Kashyyyk? Okay. He was on a different planet. So Chewbacca shouldn't be there. Hopefully. So yeah, we'll see. All right. Overall, what would I give this? I'm going to give this. You know what? I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. Really, I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 because you're right. Those fight scenes were pretty good. And for some reason, Star Wars, like this Disney Star Wars, seemed to drop the ball on the fight scenes. Like, you think that would be the first thing they would try to get right. Like, okay, if you fuck up everything else in here, get the fight scenes right. Please get that right. And then this one, I was like, okay, this is entertaining. I'm engaged. Okay, just do that. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 for these first 2 episodes. The story did kind of slug around a little bit. It did feel like a fetch quest for a while. I'm not sold on all the new characters, but some of the new characters I do like. So, you know. So
yeah. And I do like that. And I think this is probably what's gonna bump it up to a 4 for me.
Oh, okay. You see, okay, this is the second week in a row you went higher than me.
Yeah, because the Jedi are kind of like cops.
Yeah.
They're basically a police force. So, and they obviously did something to the one evil twin. Obviously something happened because when that one dude who was floating or whatever, didn't one of them like, we thought we were doing the right thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. And so it's like the first words he spoke in like 10 years or something, but yeah.
Yeah, obviously the Jedi fucked up. So I think we're going to go into the corruption of the Jedi and actually show them how they're not this perfect faction of monks or peaceful monks that you know everyone touts them out to be, and what leads to their downfall, obviously, you know. So I do like that sort of aspect, you know, that they are just a police force. Like, yeah, the little X-23 chick, you're under arrest, like, you know. So yeah, I am interested to see that. That's like the main. I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to see. Yes, I want to see the Wookiee Jedi, and I want to know what the fuck the Jedi did to this girl's planet. So, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. All right. That was it. We're gonna move on to the next part podcast. Like I said, we put it on there. Eli, you dropped the trailer in like the inbox, and I'm just showing what it is because I didn't really know what this is about. I watched it. Like,
okay.
Cool.
It just looks like a cool action flick.
Okay, is it theaters, Netflix? Nowadays you can't tell. You know,
I don't. I actually I don't. It might be theaters. But it's basically about a hitman who thinks he's dying or has a terminal illness, and then he orders a contract to have someone kill him and put him out of his misery. But then it turns out the doctors misdiagnosed him and he's not dying. So now he tries to cancel the contract, but all the killers are out to get him, so he's got to fight all these killers. And it's Dave Bautista.
But if they kill him, how do they get their money? I guess
he paid. the whatever. He paid the assassin guild or whatever the fuck. He put up
gotcha,
the money
gotcha.
up front.
Okay.
Like, yeah, here's a bounty, here's the money, somebody come get me. But then he tries to call it off, but it's too late. So now he's got all these assassins coming after, and it's Dave Bautista basically going to be John Wick and everybody. So it just looks pretty cool. Frank done that already. Or Kate was Kate on Netflix was dope, but she was actually poisoned. What's her face? Yeah. Huntress played. That was dope too. That's a great action flick. But so yeah, I just think it looks cool. Cool violent action flick. In the like John Wick or Bullet Train and that type of shit. Nobody, Kate. Yeah, these really brutal action movies.
Okay, nice. We'll check it out when it happens. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to correct a Variety post or a Deadline post, one of those posts like that, because they actually fucked up. I'm going to correct them for a second. Okay, so we're going to post this real quick. There's some Superman news. James Gunn just announced the news that he just, like the Daily Planet bullpen, he cast Steve Lombard, he cast Cat Grant, and he cast Ron Troop. So these are the folks right here. Michaela Hoover is her name is. That's her. Okay. I know you don't recognize her. She's actually been like in every James Gunn movie like in the last decade. Like she was in all the Guardians movies and that Suicide Squad movie. Yeah. If you see just like a hot chick just in the background not doing shit, that's her. Yeah. So she's playing Cat Grant. So makes sense. You can see it. You can see it. Okay. Sure. And then you got Christopher McDonald. Everybody fan favorite. Everybody knows who that is.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. Gavin, you know who it is. Okay. So Shooter is playing Ron Troop. Okay. So if you put it all together, so I posted on, our Facebook page, and we got some reactions out of it, Eli. Some good comments. You should go in there and check it out sometimes and see what we got. But here's the thing: somebody had to go in and spoil the. Yeah.
Are geeks and clits or whatever they're called? Are they bitching about the race swapping of that guy?
Yeah, some people are for it.
Are they going to make a bunch of videos about how they race swap this character?
Oh no, they're all for this. They're all.
Yeah, who they loved since they were a kid. Like, this is my
right. Well, I've always been a Ron Troop fan. So, but the thing is, somebody had to come in on the comment section and spoil the fun, Eli. Because the thing is, here's the thing: they didn't hire that Christopher McDonald. They hired this Christopher McDonald.
Oh,
they have the same name. That's the guy who was there. But the thing is, I feel like James Gunn is trolling us because he put up a picture of this chick. But he didn't put up a picture of him. He just let us think whatever we wanted to think and just let the shit just run wild. So when Variety misspoke and didn't know who to post the guy, I was like, wait a minute. Because when they said Ron Troop, I'm like, wait a minute. Ron Troop is a black guy. So obviously Shooter McGavin's not playing him. And that if James Gunn did do that, he's obviously trolling. But so I just wanted to correct that. So no, Shooter McGavin is not playing a black guy in the Superman movie, regardless of what Deadline Hollywood and Variety posted. So you heard it here, folks, first. So yeah. So all I got, we can move on past that. I think it's still on me, Eli. It's still on me. Okay, we're gonna do the Vidja game section. We're gonna go to the Vidja game section real quick. I'm gonna make it real quick. Oh, what is it? Did I do that? Oh, I messed it up. So we're gonna go to the Vidja game section real quick. Not gonna take too long. A whole bunch of video game news dropped this weekend that I'm not gonna jump into it, but I'm gonna just kind of get to the point. Street Fighter, even though I know we banned Street Fighter on this podcast, but we also banned Will Smith on this podcast, and we also banned Star Wars on this podcast, which we all talked about it. So let's talk about Street Fighter. So what they did on Street Fighter is that M. Bison is coming back, even though they killed him in the last game and killed him the game before that, and killed him the game before that. He's coming back, but that's not the big deal. The big deal is Terry Bogard is going to be in the game. So from Fatal Fury, from King of Fighters, from SNK.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, Fatal Fury. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, Fatal Fury. So this is the very first time he's crossing over to a Street Fighter game. He's showing up over here. Yeah. Not only is he showing up, also my Sherman, whatever fucking name, also from Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, and SNK also there. She's also coming over. So this is the very first time Street Fighter had like guest characters in their games. Just like, like Mortal Kombat always had like Terminator and RoboCop and shit like that. Now Street Fighter is trying to step in the line also, but they're doing people that make sense in their world. So, and the thing is, because we've been begging Capcom for 24 years, 23 years to give us a Capcom versus SNK 3, because Capcom vs. 2 is, everybody was saying, is one of the greatest fighting games of all time. Capcom won't do it, but if you finally given us Terry Bogard and you know, you're giving it to us. You're giving us Capcom versus SNK 3 in small doses, but we're getting it, you know. And I want that song. Give me that damn song on that stage. This is true love making. This is true love making. Give me that song. I love it. So,
okay,
they're fighting to that song. I don't know why. It's just a dumbass song. I just like that song. But yeah. Oh, are these minor characters? Oh, we flew back. Yes, these are very, very, very minor characters. They're very minor characters. He's talking about Superman. They're very minor characters in the Superman comic books, like Jerron Troop and Cat Grant and Steve Lombard. They barely show up. Matter of fact, I think all of these characters were in the Man of Steel movie, but they were so minor, no one cared. So it's just James Gunn just kind of fleshes out. And basically all of these people I named, they're his buddies. So there you go. Also more video game news. More video game news. You're gonna love. Everybody's gonna love this. I'm giving everybody a free video game. Well, I'm not giving it to you. I'm telling you where to get it from. Okay. So I'm pretty sure everybody remembers the Midnight Suns game. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a PC on the Epic Store, Midnight Suns is free on there right now. Free. So go get the game. You download it. It's yours. There you go. So
did you play that game?
No, you know what? I actually bought that game like 2 months ago. And never played it. Never touched it. But I think I will. I think I'm gonna stream it this week. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So I think that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. Hold up. We got another one. What do we got here?
Nah, fam, don't be doing people dirty.
Who doing?
It's not a good game. He says it's not a good game.
People are loving this game. I'm looking at the reviews on it. People are loving the game. So I don't know. Midnight Sun. Yeah, it's not a good game. Oh, okay. That's messed up.
Well, there you go. There's a review right there.
There's a review right there. Jake said the game sucks. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna find out for myself, Jake. The game's free, so I'm gonna see that. The game sucks. Hey, the game sucks. It's free. It's free, but you can't pay for time. That's the thing. You can't get the time back. So yeah.
I downloaded Diablo, the new Diablo on Xbox.
You played on have you played it yet?
No, because it's making me log in or something, and I can't. And I just said fuck it and just went and played Donkey Kong again.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Yeah, hey, you want to party up?
On Xbox? You on Xbox?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, let me figure it out, and then, yeah. Well, what are you going to be? Are you going to be a barbarian? Or are you going to be a wizard? Or demon hunter or whatever? Which class are you going to be?
Okay, I've never played any of those games before. I don't even know what any of that is. I know what a barbarian is, but as far as like, I don't know how to play. I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest with you. I just know that I saw it on, because you got it on Xbox Live, right? Game Pass?
Yeah, Game Pass, yeah.
I saw it on Game Pass also. I was like, let me go get it. But I never had an excuse to actually download it. But if you jump on it, I'm like, yeah, let me jump on it. So,
well, yeah, I used to play Diablo 3, was it? I used to play that with my kid, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But that
make
was
this
like
happen on PlaySP.
10 years ago.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll do it. We'll make it happen, Jake. We'll make it happen.
All right, yeah. I'll figure out how to, because it's making you log into the Blizzard website or something. Like you have to create an account.
Oh, really? You got to do all that shit? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's
never mind.
Bullshit.
Never
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
sorry,
I said fuck
it. Yeah. Sorry, Jake. Oh, I didn't know we had to do all that shit. Okay.
Like it's taking me an hour just to get the game to start the game up. Oh,
yeah. Damn, got to be a damn computer programmer to play a damn just to kill some zombies, some shit. So,
yeah, I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna go play Mario.
Something simple. All right, let me say we move on to the next part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about comic books. And since Eli was having some technical difficulties with not Comixology because they don't exist anymore, Kindle. So,
yeah,
I think I'll start. I think I'll go first. But I don't know what I want to do first. Okay, Eli, did you read Ultimates?
No, I did not.
You didn't read it? You didn't read Ultimates? Okay.
Because
I don't blame
a certain website was being a piece of shit.
Blame it on Amazon. Jeff Bezos. Oh, yeah. So what we're going to do, I'm going to review Ultimate. So this is not Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate whatever. The Ultimates are back. Hold on. Let me do one thing. I'm not going to work. Give me just a second. Okay. Give me just a second.
Should I filibuster?
No. I'm back. I just had, yeah. I just had to, I had to get my keyboard because my keyboard was like across the room. Okay. So, like I said, this is, now we're back. Okay. So we're talking about the Ultimates because we've been talking about the Ultimates for the last, year now? We talked about Spider-Man, and now Tony Stark is back with his team, even though he's been gone for like 6 months. So we're going to get to see what's happening. So, all right. So, this is the devastation what happened in New York when the Confederacy, that's a dumbass name. I don't know why they called it. The Confederacy tried to kill him, and they time traveled out of there. So now we're back where we are, and they time travel. For them, it's like 2 minutes, but it's really been 6 months later. So Captain America is still trapped some kind of like weird ass ice they can't get him out of. Thor was stabbed by the ebony blade. He's bleeding out. Sif is on the team. And that is Dr. Doom, but it's not Dr. Doom. It's actually Reed Richards that the maker turned into Dr. Doom. Complicated. Don't worry about it. Okay. So
I'm not familiar with that shit though.
Okay. it's a thing. But anyway,
what's that? Yeah. What's that other book Hickman was writing? He was we read Ultimate Invasion, right?
He did Ultimate Invasion, and then he did Ultimate Universe. Yeah, he did like a one shot. He did a one shot.
I didn't read that one.
Okay. That's where all this shit is referring to.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So the maker is gone. The maker disappeared, in that big ass thing, whatever like that. The world disappeared. And it's gone. And he said he'll be back in 2 years. So since they time traveled 6 months, they only have 18 months to get their shit together before the maker comes back. Until then, the Confederates kind of like carving up the world. So yeah. So they basically like, okay, we got to figure, and basically they remembered that Kang from the future gave Tony Stark a time machine. Or was it Tony Stark from the future gave time machine? It's timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, whatever. Anyway, so they're basically trying to figure out what to do. So he's like, we got a time machine. We just go back in time and fix this shit. Like, we could, or we might fuck the shit up some more. So here's the plan. So the plan, what they're going to do, and we kind of already know the plan because we've already seen the plan. What they're going to do is that they're going to, all the superheroes that the maker took off the board, they're going to build like origin machines and all those DNA machines and send that back in time 6 months from now and give it to all the people that should have gotten the powers then. And by the time they get their powers 6 months from now, boom, instant army. They'll have an Avengers team, Fantastic Four team, X-Men team, Defenders team, whatever. Their team would just be there and then go fuck up the Confederacy. So that's the plan. And while they're talking all over and conforming stuff and stuff like that, and he's building what he's called a ultimate network, to build the Avengers, So, and they finally free Captain America. Captain America told the plan. He just finds out that who the president is and what time it is, and it's 2024, and he missed like 60 years. He's freaking the fuck out. So Thor's still bleeding out, can't save him. And while they're working on this stuff, then Captain America's looking at him like, okay, look, nerds, you can't build a revolutionary from your living room. You got to put boots on the ground. And that's when they tell him like, Cap, we have like PhDs coming out of our ass, and we know all kind of sciencey shit, stuff like that. So why don't you go to the next room and play with your shield, stuff like that? He's like, okay, but don't when it goes belly up, don't tell I told you so. So Tony does it. He sends all those origin machines 6 months in the past. So all the people that are supposed to get the powers, now they have this little thing that telling them how to get their powers. But the problem was the world is even worse now than what it was 6 months ago, because they sent all those stuff in the past. Okay, so Spider-Man accepted his powers, and Spider-Man is doing whatever he wants to. But then you see like Hawkeye threw that shit away. Don't want anything of it. And I think Captain Marvel killed herself. I think they didn't really go into too much detail. They basically said like the majority of people either didn't accept the powers or killed themselves. And only like one or two people like Black Panther and Spider-Man, the only people that actually like took the powers. So, and that's what Captain America's like, see, I told you so. If you want to get your team, you need to get put boots on the ground. So Ultimates 1 was a failure. Now let's do Ultimates 2.0. So where did they go? They meet Hank and Janet Pym. They are exterminators. They kill ants for a living. So yeah, that's the thing. I would just skip this bullshit. They're on the job. They go there and they basically talking about what they're gonna do in the future. They basically think about when they have babies, they're talking. And that's when Tony shows up and he's just like, we need to talk. And they're like, and they thought he was dead. They thought Tony was dead, and plus Tony is like a wanted for mass murder right now. They just run past because they were like, oh shit, he's gonna kill us. But Hank Pym isn't freaking out. Hank Pym is just apologizing, and Janet's like, Janet, I promise you I didn't want to hurt you. I promise I'm sorry for everything. And she's like, what are you talking about, Hank? You wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, even though they're exterminators, you know. And that's when bam, ammonia flows to their engine, and it hits the engine so hard that something flies out of the back of their trunk. And it turns out it was that origin machine that Tony gave them 6 months ago. Janet never saw hers. Hank had it. Hank saw everything on that file. So everything that all the bullshit he pulled in the 616, he knows about it. So he purposely hid that information from Janet. He purposely didn't want them to become superheroes. So he's just like, look, y'all got to make a decision right now, because now that the Confederacy know we're here, they're going to be on our ass and like very soon. So they got to make a decision. And so what happened was, the reason they didn't become superheroes to begin with, because Hank Pym got in an accident and got brain damage. Since he got brain damage, he never was smart enough to create Pym particles for himself. So that's why he's just an exterminator. You know, he couldn't get a better job than that. So, and that's when they just, talking, and that's when, boom, the Captain Britain shows up with his Black Crusade and 2 North Giants, whatever like that, Rock Giants. And that's when Captain America, who will never beat these allegations, like, if he's British, why is he talking French? This is an old Ultimates joke, because the Ultimate Cap hates the French or some shit. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyway, Iron Man's like, no, or Iron Lad. Sorry about the Iron Lad's like, no, I want Captain Britain. I owe him his other eye. And then basically he's like, Ultimates attack. And now you got the battles fighting and shit like that, and they're going at each other. And Hank Pym is just deciding on whether or not he should become, a superhero. But Watson didn't think about it. She just goes at it. They start fighting. She takes her origin machine and turns into the Wasp. She goes and she just becomes a superhero and flies into it. And bam, she gets hit, but she's like, oh, this is fun. So I think she like flies through a guy's eye or some shit. Captain America's beating up people. Captain Britain kicking the shit out of Iron Lad. Sorry about that. And then Hank Pym is just looking at, he's just contemplating whether or not he should, take his powers. And Captain America just tell him like, man, it's up to you if you want to take the powers or not. Now, I know, because I know that you know about all the fucked up shit you did. You beat your wife. You created Ultron. You tried to kill the Avengers. You went to jail. You had sex with Ultron's female robot. All this other crazy shit like that. But you can make those choices for yourself now. You're not him. You're you. And that's when he's just like, okay, fine. So, and would you get to the end? So Hank Pym takes the thing, gets his powers, and boom, steps on him. The end. Captain Britain and his army is dead. And you can see the big ass foot in New York from space. Yeah. And basically saying the terrorists have done this with like that. And that's when Tony is just telling the back of the spaceship that the Ultimates are here to leave a mark. So that's the team with Kang the Conqueror and Doom, Dr. Doom, I guess. So yeah, that's the book. It was not written by Hickman. It was not written by Hickman. It was written by Dennis somebody. I don't know who he is, but they were saying like he's cricket claimed and whatever like that. Cool story. I hope this isn't something where Hickman just started and just skedaddled out and just leaving it for somebody else. I want to see Hickman finish what he started. So yeah, because at least it's starting to show some kind of promise. At least starting to get it. Yeah, it's bad as hell. See, the thing is, Iron Man's suit is actually like Iron Man and Kang combined together. They're hinting at that Iron Man is Kang in this universe. That's why he's doing all this shit. So yeah. So that's all I got. I'm gonna give it a strong 4 out of 5. It was a good start. It was a good start. So I'm cool with that.
All right, cool.
All right. So yes, what you got?
I'll guess I'll do Ghost Rider Final Vengeance number 4.
Final Vengeance number 4. Okay, cool. What do we got?
So this has the Hood.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the continuation of Benjamin Percy. So it's still Benjamin Percy writing this, who did the Ghost Rider run, which was great. But in that story, at the end of that run, Johnny Blaze loses the Spirit of Vengeance.
Wait, so that runs over?
Yeah.
The book's over. Okay.
And now this is like the epilogue. This is the Final Vengeance is his last Ghost Rider arc, I guess.
Last ride.
Yeah. So, and what's his name? Parker. This guy's name is Parker.
Parker Robbins, I think his name.
Something like that. Yeah. He's like an ex-criminal who got the Spirit of Vengeance before, back in like I don't know, like 20 years ago or whatever. And he was like he was called the Hood.
Right.
Anyways, he gets it back. So he's got the Spirit of Vengeance now, and he's just going around like taking over like mobsters. Like he's like overthrowing the mob in Chicago, taking over the territory, becoming like the kingpin of Chicago. And
that's always been his thing. He wants to be like the biggest crime boss and shit. So yeah.
Yeah. And and he's got like a gang of vampires helping him out.
Is this a blood hunt?
So,
blood hunt thing?
No, it's not. It's not a blood hunt tie.
Oh, okay. Just coincidence. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. He's just going around like taking out mobsters, and he got his vampire homies tagging along. I can tell there's some tension between him and the vampires because he doesn't let them eat all the mobsters. He saves like the capos or the dons. Don't kill these guys because I need them so I can read their mind and figure out all their information and all their secrets so I can continue to take over the underworld, the criminal underworld. But they end up killing one of the mobster, like the mob bosses, and he's like, what the fuck? So I think that sets up like him versus vampires thing, maybe. And then meanwhile, Johnny Blaze is after him, and that Zebediah dude, that wizard guy, is after the Hood. So they're traveling to Chicago to meet him, even though Johnny Blaze doesn't want the spirit back. That Zebediah dude is like you keep the Spirit of Vengeance in balance. Like you're like a good, righteous guy. And you keep that dark nature of the Spirit of Vengeance intact. So you should have the Spirit of Vengeance because look what's happening. This criminal is going around fucking shit up. So that's basically what's going on. Johnny Blaze is on his way to go, find the Hood, and that's probably going to happen in the next issue. So yeah, they're building up to the final battle. It's going to be like Johnny Blaze versus Parker.
The Hood. Okay.
Yeah. So this was basically just kind of a filler episode. It's just kind of or a filler book. Like it just continues. It's taking a break. And just building the story a little bit. So not much really happens. Oh, and then we find out that the Hood is doing this all for his family. So he's not totally a bad guy. He's just trying to make all this money so he can take care of his family.
Okay, I didn't know if he had a family. I didn't know if that was a thing, but okay.
Yeah, he's got.
I'm not a Hood expert.
Yeah, me neither. But he's got a Hood, or he's got a wife and a kid, and they're, he's trying to like support them. So that's what he's doing this for. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's fine.
For those who don't know who the Hood is, don't worry. Next year, he's actually the main bad guy of the Riri show that's coming out next year. So there you go. They're doing like a technology versus magic thing or whatever,
Okay,
all right. Yeah. All right. So next book I'm going to do is what do I got? I already did Ultimates. I did. What is this? Oh, okay. Did you read the last Batman book?
Mm-mm.
Batman? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. You pretty much jumped.
I haven't read Batman in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, the last Bat was that whole him versus Catwoman thing that turned out to suck.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I decided to pick the book back up. I have no idea what the fuck's going on in this book.
Chip Zdarsky
But
still writing?
Chip Zdarsky is the runner. But whatever's going on with fail safe and all that bullshit like that, apparently this is the end of that storyline. I don't think Chip's going anywhere, but it felt like this is the end. I don't know if it's the end or whatever like that, but this is the end. Basically, it's the final battle between Batman and Zur-En-Arrh Robot Batman. This is like the final culmination of this shit. So much shit is going on with this shit. I really don't know what's going on, but who cares? It's Batman. Just go do it. All right, so what do we got? Book starts off with Batman training with some dude 20 years ago, learning how to partition his mind into whatever he wants, you know. And then he's in the Batcave, and you see the Bat family. I think it's Dick showing up, and he's basically saying, "Call the family." Oh, it's Tim. Tim shows up. He's like, "Call the family. It's time." Okay, so this is where I got confused right here because Damien has been kidnapped and tied up by Zur-En-Arrh Robin. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Now I know why I'm not reading this book.
Yeah, that's the thing right here. And then he's trying to, he's almost about to break out of it. So Zur-En-Arrh Batman. So Zur-En-Arrh fail-safe Batman has recreated himself a new suit to be Batman.
Fail-safe, that android thing.
The android, yes. But he has Zur-En-Arrh Batman's personality. So yeah, but he's a full robot, just all robot. So yeah, and he basically telling him what's going to happen. And the same dude that taught Batman how to partition his mind, he's working with Zur-En-Arrh robot Batman failsafe now. So yeah, and he's become himself Batman. Failsafe become himself Batman now. So no more failsafe. Meanwhile, he's taking over Blackgate. He's basically stopping everybody. Oh, and he's got Riddler tied up to some machine. And he basically what he's doing is he's going to cure Riddler from his compulsion to tell riddles after he commits crimes. He's saying he cured him from this shit. So Riddler's no longer Riddler, I guess. And he's saying, and he's going to basically kidnap all of Gotham's Rose Gallery and do the same thing to them what he just did to Riddler. And basically, they don't know whether to trust Batman anymore. Remember, last time they went against Batman, he beat their ass. He went crazy. Zur-En-Arrh did all this shit like that. So they don't even trust him anymore. So and then Red Hood is telling him, if I trust him, y'all should trust him. So they go down there, go to the Batcave, see what he's got going on. And Batman has a new suit to fight Zur-En-Arrh robot failsafe Batman. And he's giving them all new suits to fight Zur-En-Arrh failsafe robot Batman. So, yeah. So, yeah. Thrilling story, I know. And he basically telling them the plan, what's going on. He like, look, the only way I'm going to beat them is to bring you guys along because we are family. You're not my soldiers. You're not blah, blah, blah. All this shit like that. And basically get to the bottom of it. And he's like, okay, that's cool. But do you have a plan? You're like, of course I have a plan. I'm Batman. So they go to it. So, and meanwhile, all the other shitty people in the Batman family, like Spoiler and Duke and all the rest of them, yeah, they fighting like the all fail-safe robots on the top of the Gotham Blackgate, you know, to do something. I don't know. Basically get them out the story.
Meanwhile, while Batman's chilling, his kids are getting their ass kicked.
Right, they don't care. Meanwhile, not only has Gotham PD is going to take down Blackgate because Robot Batman has taken over Blackgate. He's also called the National Guard, and I think Vandal Savage is Commissioner of Gotham now.
Oh, gee.
Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing or not. Maybe
I don't know. I totally forgot that Vandal Savage is involved. That's why I dropped this shit.
Yeah, but they're saying he's the police commissioner now.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
And who did he call to send the National Guard? Amanda Waller. Why? I don't. I think this has something to do with something else that is coming. Anyway.
Well, Waller is like becoming like the main. She's becoming like Dr. Doom of DC.
Right. It's pretty much is. Every time you turn around, she's everywhere now. Yeah. All right. So anyway, they got a plan. They're basically breaking into Blackgate without Batman robot going in, but Batman, real Batman, just goes through the front door.
That's a cool plan. That's a cool plan.
Dun, 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 dun. It reminds me of like the Arkham Asylum video game when you go in.
Yeah.
So he lands and now this is a cool panel right here. Like, you got the Gotham PD, got all the lights on and shit like that. He basically saying, okay, 2 Batman are going in, 1 Batman. So basically saying like 1 Batman is going to walk out this building. So, and they just let him. Nobody goes in. They just watch him. Yeah. One walks in. And matter of fact, that's exactly how like that Arkham Asylum comic look. Like remember back in the 80s, Grant Morrison, all this shit.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. No
you see another cool panel. So the art is there. The art is there. So he finds robot suit Batman failed, whatever. Okay, he's there. He like, finally, you finally showed up. And then he basically, and then Red Hood shows up. Bam, Red Hood gets a shot on him, but he leaves this other side open, and bam, they're attacking each other. While they're attacking each other like that, basically the Bat family that we care about, they had their own plan going on. So Nightwing is hacking into the system, so Oracle can hack into the system. Basically, he's running a hard line. He's running a wire in there so she can get in there. Meanwhile, doing all that.
Jason's like the diversion or whatever.
Yeah, they're the diversion. Meanwhile, Tim is going to save Damian. He's like, fine, I'll risk your bratty little brother. So he's saying, he's just loving this shit. Damian's like tied up and shit like that, helpless. He's like, yeah, little bitch. Okay, so say thank you. And then when he takes the thing off, he's like, you dumbass, don't you know? Bam, and he gets punched in the face by Zur-En-Arrh robot. Oh, well, he's not a robot. He's just whatever. He gets up. So now we know who this Zur-En-Arrh Robin is. Apparently, Zur-En-Arrh robot Batman cloned Bruce Wayne into a teenager. So that is his Zur-En-Arrh Robin. So this Zur-En-Arrh Robin knows everything Batman knows. Zur-En-Arrh Batman knows. So now they're fighting against each other, going at each other. Meanwhile, they're fighting. They get the ass kicked.
Still tied up.
Still tied up, yeah. So Batman has a armor suit on him right now, so he's more of a match for Zur-En-Arrh than he was before, but not much. And basically Batman telling him, okay, leave me, go get that guy, the guy that trained me, that taught me how to partition all this shit like that. Take him out. If you take him out, this fight's over. And he's like, fine, I'm gonna leave you one-on-one with Failsafe, even though Failsafe Zur-En-Arrh robot Batman took out the Justice League. And Batman's gonna fight this guy by himself. So yeah, so they're going at each other, throwing shit at each other. Tim and clone Batman going at each other. Tim purposely throws some Robin rings at him, but they miss him. But he missed him on purpose. Because remember, Tim's a strategist. He's a strategist of the other Robins. So actually, what he did, strategery, exactly. So he freed his brother, right? So now Damian is free, and he's like, I know Batman's every move. I train with Batman. I am Batman. I know everything he knows. And Robin and Damian's just like, bam. As soon as Damian gets loose, he's on his ass. He's like, yeah, apparently had not to shut the fuck up during the fight. So now Damian's just beating the shit out of him. Tim's beating the shit out of him. So you got 2 Robins versus 1. You're not gonna win. And then Tim looking at Robin, he's like, look, Drake, I had 3 ways I could have got out of there, and you spoiled my plan. Bringing your ass in here. He was like, yeah, whatever. You're welcome. So meanwhile, they're still fighting. Batman and Zur-En-Arrh going at each other, fighting each other. But Nightwing was able to get in there, so they were able to shut down the machine that was going to cure all the Arkham inmates. So Jason jumps back on Failsafe, and bam, Failsafe punches him square in the jaw. Bam, knocks him out. And what happens? He's dead.
What?
You killed Jason, you again? Bastard. Yeah, he's dead again. Yeah. You're like, fuck, you killed Jason again? So yeah. He was like, that's what you get for sending your children after me instead of you fighting me by yourself. But that's the thing. Failsafe had a failsafe. He can't kill. So now that he's killed, yes, that's the contingency. So Batman had a contingency plan for his contingency plan.
Oh, fucking Chip Zdarsky, you fucking genius.
Yes. So since he killed somebody, it shut him down because he wasn't supposed to do it. So he was like, there you are, Failsafe. Because so far, Zur-En-Arrh has been controlling Failsafe, not Failsafe. But when it happened, Failsafe taking back over, and Failsafe shuts himself down because he can't kill. So yeah. So Batman takes it down, so no more Failsafe. Yeah. So he's able to hack into him, and he's done. But doing that, he was like, so you sacrifice one of your own soldiers? And then that's when, but see, since he taught Batman how to partition his mind, he knows a phrase to shut down Batman. Bam. So now Batman's like having a seizure and shit like that because he knows the phrase to shut him down. He's like, I did this on purpose, Batman, because I knew how special you're going to be. So why would I ever let you go? And Batman's just laughing at him. Why is he laughing at him? Because it was all part of his plan. He had a plan on top of a plan. So here's the thing. Okay.
Prep time, son.
Prep time, past prep time. Yeah. So the thing is, so that meteor that crashed in the doing that whole Catwoman war and shit like that. It crashed and it was basically like had revival properties like that. Basically like Lazarus juice. Yeah, like he had some more Lazarus.
Like Lazarus Planet or whatever the fuck was going on?
That's it. He had some more of it left over. So his plan was he was going to put it in his suit, and if his heart ever stopped, the suit was going to unleash that residue in him, revive him, bring him back to life. But it only worked if his heart stops. So that's the plan. So the plan was to let Failsafe kill him on purpose. And he knew that would shut him down. And Rob and Jason is just like, that's not the plan. You can't do that. You're going to make me do it. I'm going to sacrifice myself for you. Because that way he won't see it coming. He'll know if you do it. He won't know if I do it. And he's like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Like, nah, Bruce. All the fucked up shit you did, you don't have a say-so in this no more. Plus, you said it yourself. We're family. So he actually trusted Jason enough to take the hit for him. And boom, Jason get back to life. He was like, what the fuck? Well, don't act surprised. I'm used to dying. And then all the other Robins show up and shit like that, and they're ready to just beat the shit out that dude that knows how to shut down Batman's mind, and they just beat the shit out of him. Yeah, fight's over. So it was all part of the plan. And then Damon's like, Father, is it really? Because he don't know if it's him or Zur-En-Arrh or whatever like that. It's me, son. And they hug it out, So, but Blackgate's about to get destroyed because that was fail-safe, and they all get out of there. They sneak through a vent that they all know about before the whole place blows up. And Batman just leaves that dude, I guess. So, yeah. But then you get this awesome panel. You get this awesome panel at the end with Batman and all his sons in the dun, 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 dun. Because it's something about, like you planned for me, but you didn't plan for us. The end. Yeah.
Oh, is this the last issue in Zdarsky's run? Or what?
I don't know. The way it feels like it's wrapped up. So I don't know.
Or just arc, anyways. Because he did do Failsafe. He was doing Zur-En-Arrh. I don't know what's up with Vandal Savage. Yeah.
Being the commissioner of Gotham, I don't know. It's like, I don't think I meant to click that.
Red Hood from
what
the
is
90s?
That?
Is Hood the Red? No, you're talking about. No. Well, the Red Hood is Dick. Not Dick, Jason Todd from what we just saw.
Yeah, Jason Todd, yeah.
The Hood is a different character from Ghost Rider.
Wait, 2 Robins? Wait, shit, 4 Robins.
2 Robins. Shit,
okay,
like
yeah. Damien and Tim. Yeah.
He's talking, yeah. There's like 10, but there's way more. There's like 10 Robins in Batman.
Right. But now what Eli was talking about, the Hood is on Marvel's side.
Yeah.
Shitty villain. Don't worry about it till next year. Don't make him a thing.
The Red Hood is Jason Todd, who was a Robin, the second Robin, who died and came back to life as the Red Hood.
And died again.
And died again. And came back to life in this issue.
Right. All right. So what you got next?
Slap a score, man. What you think? What do you think?
It's a strong 4. Don't want to go higher than 4. Because that art is awesome. Jorge Jimenez. He's great.
They always if you're on a Batman book, you gotta get a top guy.
Man.
But it's wacky, man. Like that's the thing, is like as wacky as Chip Zdarsky get.
Yeah, because this shit got wacky. It really
he really leans into it, and somehow it's kind of fun.
Here's the thing, Eli. The only reason I'm not going higher than 4 because I really don't know what the fuck is going on in this book because I dropped it. So if I kept up with it, I probably would have been like a bigger payoff. But even though I wouldn't follow anything that's going on with this book, it was still a strong payoff.
Yeah, it was a wacky, wild, zany shit,
Yeah, Batman fighting robots and shit.
Into it. Yeah, he leans into it so hard that it kind of works.
Yeah. and Batman got a whole clone son of himself running around. Is that going to be a thing later on, or he still missing a hand? He still has a robot hand.
And Vandal Savage doing like what the fuck, but okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna read up. I wasn't expecting this. I was just reading a Batman book. I wouldn't expect this to be like the end of this, whatever this is. So I got to see what's coming down the pipeline after this.
Because you remember the Daredevil, he was doing Daredevil, and then all of a sudden there's dragons and shit.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on here? So yeah, and he's bringing that same energy to Batman. So yeah, a little wacky, but you just go from there. So all right. So yes, what you got?
Well, the only book I got is SCARLETT #1.
Okay.
So this is the new series in the Energon universe, the new series from Image Comics, where Transformers and G.I. Joe are crossing over, and which who if you've been listening to this show, that's like my favorite shit right now. The Energon shit. The Transformers book is great. The Duke book was cool. Cobra Commander, and now there's this SCARLETT, who the spy. I guess she's kind of like
Black Widow.
Black Widow, Black Widowy. And so yeah, this is her series. So it starts out she's just infiltrating some sort of auction where I think they're buying like human traffickers or some shit, and she finds that Jinx is there too, and it turns out now for those who don't know, Jinx is
I was about to ask you because I don't know.
That's she's a ninja from the same clan as Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
Okay.
She's like a female ninja. But it turns out in this book, they have like a past. They're like really good friends, almost like sisters. But she's been missing. So basically Jinx has been missing for months. And then while she's on this mission, she sees Jinx there and tries to follow her and basically frees the prisoners and shit. But then her superiors are like, what the fuck did you do that for? And that's where she's like, okay, something's going on. They're hiding something, kind of like in the Duke book, where like Duke was aware of something was up, but no one would tell him, so that he kind of went rogue. And that's kind of what happens here. She's like, okay, something's up. I got to find out what's going on. And then Stalker, he's another G.I. Joe character. He comes and meets up with her and says, yeah, I actually know what's going on. And here, you need to go infiltrate the Ashikagi ninja clan. So that's what she does.
Is that Storm Shadow's people?
That's the ninja clan. Yeah, she goes and infiltrates the ninja base, and then Storm Shadow shows up at the end, and yes, I am here, to be continued. So that's where it ends.
Okay, so has Storm Shadow been in this universe?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Neither is Snake Eyes. We haven't seen Snake Eyes or kind of like those fan favorite characters.
Do they have anything? Because I know they kind of announced all the books that come out. I'm pretty sure they announced Snake Eyes.
Not yet. The other book is the Destro book. They're doing a Destro book. And of course, there's that Void Rivals. That's the only one I haven't read. On the G.I. Joe side of things. Yeah, there's just been the Duke, Cobra Commander, now this. And then Destro's coming out. But we haven't seen, Snake Eyes yet. And
I like how they planning this out.
Storm Shadow.
I like how they planning this out. I wasn't expecting it like that. So
yeah, it's almost like how they're building it's like just slowly building like this universe. That's what I'm digging about it. They're dipping their toes into the nostalgia and all the references that we get from the toys and the cartoons and
they get name brand, well, not name brand, but name people on it, because Kelly Thompson, she did the Captain Marvel.
Kelly Thompson's writing this,
but she's well known. I mean, she just finished up the Captain Marvel thing.
Yeah, and Joshua Williamson was doing Duke and Cobra Commander. And then of course Daniel Warren Johnson has been killing it. That's like my favorite book right now on the Transformers. But
so that's what I like about it. They're not just getting anybody to do this stuff. So
but this was cool. Like this is this is like my favorite shit going on in comics right now. So I'll give this a 4 out of 5. This was cool. I'm still looking forward to this. Like I said, there's the Destro book coming out, I think, next month, and the plot continues to thicken. So
nice. Okay, all right. Still doing retro, Eli.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Still doing the retro. Okay, so like I said, we're getting close. We're almost towards the end of this shit now. I know it. This is one of the longer ones I've done. I didn't know it was going to be as long as it was. We were going to keep it going. This is, like I said, Streets of War, not Streets of Rage. Streets of Poison part, I think we're on 5. I think the Streets of Poison part 5 now. Okay. So this is like double part going on in this book right now. So this book is half of it is Daredevil versus Crossbones, and the other half is Captain America versus Black Widow. And remember, he's high as fuck, so that's why they're fighting. So let's get to it, see where we left off with the last issue. All right. Then I'll pull a Scarlet. Hold on. Okay. So Crossbones found Daredevil, just laid down the street because Captain America beat his ass. So he's like, what the hell is he doing here? So thing is, Daredevil doesn't do anything. He just stays there. The reason he doesn't move because he can like sense Crossbones like power level or midichlorian level or whatever you want to call it. That's like he can sense it. And not only that, he can smell like gunpowder, oil, steel on them, explosives, or all this shit that a bad guy would have. He can smell it on him. So he was like, let me just stay still and let's see what he does. And Crossbone's like, who is this guy? Devil Dog, Death Dodger, Danger Dude. So he's just looking at him. He's like, there's some bad guy beat your ass, good guy. So he just said all this shit. And while he's reaching for his mask. He was like, oh, I better get ready before he does something. And he just takes a peek underneath there. He was like, nice. Were you on Playgirl's April issue last year or something? So he just leaves it and just leaves him there. So he's like, okay, so something going on. And he realized something not right because he realizes that he's at a restaurant. Why is Crossbones here? And the reason Crossbones is here because he's headed to the restaurant in Little Italy, the one that Captain America just left, where Kingpin is at right now. So Crossbones headed there. Why is Crossbones headed to the same restaurant and Kingpin is having date night? We're about to find out because he knocks on the back door. They're like, hey, Luigi's pizza delivery. Like, I don't know Luigi. Cool. I don't have a pizza either. So he kills that guy, kills the whole kitchen staff for no reason. So they got the best spaghetti in New York. Just kill those guys. Breaks through the room. Yeah, kills those guys and uses crossbow to take out Kingpin's bodyguard. So now and then throws a knife at Kingpin. Boom. He dodges the shit, lifts the table up. Typhoid Mary, like, oh, you try to kill Kingpin? Not gonna happen. So she takes the knife and throws it right between his ass, like, I'm not gonna miss. So while the knife is headed toward his head, boom, he gets hit in the head with a billy club. Who throws it? Daredevil, because he knew the knife was coming at his head. He was like, hey, would you rather have a billy club in the back of your head or a knife between your eyes? And then Kingpin sees Daredevil. He's like, what the fuck? And Daredevil, doesn't see him, but senses or detects Kingpin in the room. Because, like, hey, he big ass dude, he knows Kingpin when he's in the room with him. So Kingpin's like, okay, so my two enemies are fighting over me right now. I should watch and see how this plays out. They're like, nah, let me get the hell out of here. So he takes Typhoid Mary and they sneak out the back while these two are just fighting. And meanwhile, Captain America, the Captain America book, let's cut to him. What is he doing in the alleyway? High as a kite right now, tweaking. He's hearing voices, all kind of crazy shit.
See the size of that chicken?
You're right. You hear all kind of voices, like everybody, you ain't shit, Captain America, the super soldiers, nothing but drugs, all this shit. So he's like, no, get out of my head. So he's like, I can't. So he hasn't slept in a week. That's the thing we're going on with Captain America right now. And Captain America saying, I can't sleep until the mission is over. And at this point, I don't even know what the mission is. What? Stop drugs by punching it? I don't know if you could do that. Meanwhile, we'll go back to Diamondback and John Jameson. So even though she got shot last issue, she recovered. Well, she's still hurt, but she like, I don't have time to heal. We got to go find Captain America because he's on crystal meth right now. So we got to find him before he hurts somebody. And while they go out the room, John Jameson is watching Diamondback leave the room, and he's like watching her ass while she leaves the room. And that, so now we know, yeah, he is thinking about it. But he at the same time in the back of his mind, he's thinking like, man, that's the boss's lady, But the other thing in his head is thinking like, man, fuck you, man, the boss's lady. And then she's like, stop right there. And who sees them? Black Widow. And Black Widow like, oh shit, how'd you find us? She's like, I'm a spy. That's what I do. And plus, Peggy Carter told me who you were. She's like, Peggy Carter? Wait, so you are an Avenger? Like, how? You don't even have any powers. You're like, look, do you want my help finding Captain America or not? She's like, fine. Let's go find Captain America, see where he's at before he hurts somebody else. So they shake on it. Meanwhile, we got Crossbones, and Daredevil got his ass kicked again. But Crossbones can't take him out because his main target is Kingpin. By the time he gets there, Kingpin's already drove off. skirted out. So like, fuck. Okay, well, shit, nothing left for me to do. Well, at least let me kill Daredevil. So the night won't be a complete waste. So he goes back. Daredevil's already gone. They're like, damn. So he was just pretending to be hurt. So, but then he hears the police. They're coming. So he runs out the back. He's like, let me get the hell out of here because the boss gonna be really mad at me if that happens. So Daredevil is 100 yards at him. He sees Crossbones leaving. He's like, okay, let's wrap up tonight. What happened? Okay, I got my ass kicked twice. I end up saving the biggest drug dealer in the city and his girlfriend, his psycho assassin girlfriend. Meanwhile, not able to save everybody else in that restaurant, like the bodyguards and the best cooks in the town. All those got slaughtered by Crossbones, and I'm watching him run away. So you know what? I'm just calling it a night. Daredevil just leaves. And I think that is the last we see of Daredevil for this issue. So yeah. Meanwhile, Crossbones is not Crossbones. Kingpin is going through his head like, who in the fuck would have the audacity to put a hit out on me? Like Chameleon, Hammerhead, Namagia, like who would come after me? And she's like, that's a word, because I just got on the phone with Bullseye, and Bullseye said in the next 12 hours, he's going to have the ID of the guy who's running meth in the city, because whoever runs meth, that's the guy who took the hit out on me. So, yeah. So, Crossbones is giving a status report to his boss, and who is his boss? Take a wild guess. The Red Skull. So, the Red Skull sent Crossbones to kill Kingpin. So, obviously, Red Skull is the one running meth in New York. He's trying to take over Kingpin's drug kingpin. So, yeah. And he's telling him, meet me at 8 a.m. in my plaza because I'm flying from Washington, New York, and you better have a good excuse why I don't fuck you up when I see you. So, that's the thing. So, meanwhile, we ride them. They get a police report that Captain America is beating the shit out of 2 teenagers. So, we're like, oh, shit, that ain't good. So, they swerve around there. And that's what happened. Captain America is high on drugs, beating the shit out of 2 teenagers who are also high on drugs. So it's not a good look. So they go there and they're like, okay, Black Widow's like, Cap, you're on drugs. You need to come back with us for treatment. And Cap's like, I'm not going anywhere. And they say, okay, fine, take them. So they go at it. And now you got Black Widow versus Captain America. Now we see who's really the best. And they go at it. Bam, Captain America dodges it. She tries to get a widow sting on him, but she can't get past the shield. She's like, damn. So and bam, Captain America's him. But Captain America is actually pulling his punches because it's 2 chicks. So he's not going to go all out. And Black Widow, like, what did you say? Like, you better be, I'm going to blame them on drugs, Cap, for what you just said. And she's trying to get this good shot at him. He kicks her back. He's like, drugs, drugs, drugs. I would know if I'm on drugs. But he's leaving his left side open. And Diamondback has a clear shot on him. But she misses. But did she miss on purpose? Because she don't want to hurt Cap. And so Cap just throws his shield at her like, Diamondback, I know it's you. And Black Widow taps the back of the shoulder. And Captain America punches the wall thinking it was her. But I forgot that she had like, her suit gives her like Spider-Man powers. That's what it was like back in the 80s and 90s, shit like that. So, but now he's wide open and bam, Widow sting point blank range in the head. And they're like, damn, did you give him brain damage? You're like, no, that's the shit he was talking for saying he holding back on me because I'm a chick. So they take him back to Avengers Mansion, and that's it. Meanwhile, Crossbones had given a sit rep to Red Skull. He was like, I want you to give me every detail about Kingpin, about exactly what's going on. But while they're giving the detail, Bullseye is on the roof, on the balcony, basically saying like, oh, you're not going to have time to give a sit rep because before it's done, I'm going to turn the Red Skull into the red carpet stain. And next issue, Bullseye versus Crossbones. That's to be continued. So now we know what's going on. Just recap. Red Skull's running meth in the city. He's trying to run all the crack out of the city, which means he's trying to run Kingpin out of the city because Kingpin controls all the crack. He sent Crossbones to assassinate Kingpin. Didn't happen. Kingpin sent Bullseye to find out who's running meth. Now that he knows running meth, he's trying to assassinate Red Skull. So the whole book is Kingpin versus Red Skull. That's the book.
Okay.
So, yeah. It gets crazier than that as it goes along, but yeah, that's all I got. So, yeah. So, anything else you got? Or?
And Cap is going to be in detox so he can come down.
So Cap is in detox while a drug war between Red Skull and Kingpin is going on.
Didn't they just cast somebody as Diamondback in a Marvel movie?
Yes. Okay, I know you remember this movie. Battle Angel Alita or some shit.
Oh, that chick.
That chick, yeah. She's been cast as Diamondback. But since nobody knows who that is, remember how we got upset about Shooter becoming the black dude? So now everybody thinking that Diamondback is the dude from the Luke Cage show. And they cast the chick as that. Tell her you race swapping my character. Like, no, there's multiple Diamondbacks, man. It's cool. It's all right. So, yeah. Oh, no. People just love to get mad about something, but yeah. So,
that's why I'm barely on Facebook. It's awesome.
Yeah, I see you need it on Facebook, so I know what you're mad about, Eli. I know you're mad about something. Let's see what we got.
Who's that? May Burrow. What are we all talking about? Comics.
Talking about comics. That's what we do. May Borowski. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's all I got. I got nothing else. So
yeah, I'm booked out too. You know, it was a slow week. Plus the shit going on Kindle was So yeah. I'm booked out.
Maybe to get better next week. Maybe get worse.
Yeah.
Like the Acolyte.
What's next? The Boys, right? The Boys is coming out.
Is The Boys next week?
Is it next week or next week after?
I think so. Yeah. See, I didn't know what we were talking about, Eli. Thank you. You just told me what the next show gonna be. So okay, yeah. Oh, I love comics. We do too.
We love comics. Cool. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We already clicked that. I think
Well, maybe The Boys or what else am I on? I'm behind. Oh, Doctor Who. I haven't watched Doctor Who in a couple weeks.
I haven't watched Doctor Who either. Tomorrow I'm marathoning. I'm binging the shows that's left on it right now.
The last one I watched was the one with the landmine.
That's the one I watched. I haven't seen them since then. So
that was a good episode, though.
It was a good episode. People are really pissed. I haven't watched it, but they're pissed. They're pissed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Over the episode that we haven't seen yet. Okay. Something happens that really pisses people off. So yeah.
Cool.
I read some more comments before. So have we. So shout out to you. Now I do want to let you know something, May. Just give you a heads up. We don't do manga. Everybody always asks us. We don't do manga. It's just the other thing. We don't do it. So, but still appreciate you showing up. So, like I said, if you listen this long, different like, share, subscribe. If you listen longer than 30 seconds, we appreciate you. That's all we need. 30 seconds, and it will push us into the algorithm. Eli, we did decent numbers this week. We didn't blow it out the water like we did last week, but we did decent numbers. We're okay. And
last week was
last week was insane.
It was last week,
yeah. Somebody said we need to hire like another person to handle all this shit. Oh no.
A technical director.
Yeah, technical director or producers for shit like that. I guess I don't know. Had them do it. So but
hire.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get paid for this shit. How the fuck am I hire somebody?
You think we're making money on this shit? Yeah.
You're right. You get paid? Booting.
Hotline Miami comment.
Also read the Hotline Miami comment. I don't know what that is. Okay. I don't know what that is.
You're hired, Jake. Jake, you are hired.
Yeah, I actually have the power to make him like an admin or some shit if I need to. But yeah, like I said, next week I guess we're gonna talk about the Boys. If they don't come up, we'll talk about something else. Or maybe I'll talk about the thing I was gonna talk about if Eli did boycott the Star Wars show. I may talk about that next week. Yeah, we'll do that. If we
should I boycott the show next week?
Yes, we can do it. Yeah, don't boycott for me, Eli. Yeah. Until then, you know what? Also, I just started my vacation. My vacation started now. I didn't count today as a vacation because we're doing a podcast. But now that we've done the podcast and it's done, I'm on vacation. So yeah,
it's party time.
Party time. I'm chilling for the rest of the week. Yeah. So yeah, I'm good till then. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
There you go. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.